Assalamu alaikum, my friends, my elders, my brothers and sisters. I hope my videos are benefiting you in the way of learning Arabic grammar. Now we are on to the third lesson, which is only about the Arab, and we will learn about the three types of position in the whole Arabic grammar. And I'm going to touch a little bit on the word in Arabic grammar. Then, as you have already learned about the three signs or the three harakas, we say alama in Arabic, and two types of sentences, jumla, ismiyah, and feliyah. And as I told you, the three positions as marfu, mansub, and majroor. And we will discuss in detail about only the marfu case with examples, and we have a lot of examples in this lesson. And for the answers for the lesson 2, you can download the PDF for lesson 3. I will be sharing the PDF link so you can upload the PDF from there. So now let's start with the era. In this lesson, you will all learn about how the Arab is done and what are the rules for the Arab. So before going through these phrases, let me first explain you what is Arab actually. So you can see here we are only dealing with the Marfu case. Now you should remember more and more Arabic terms, as I will be using more Arabic terms than English term, but still for the beginners I will try to remember the English terms with the Arabic. So right now I have given all English terms with the Arabic. For example, here the nominative case, that is we will be doing the Marfu case. And how are you going to recognize that a particular noun is in Marfu case? By the sign, by the alama, that is the dhamma. Any noun having a dhamma on the last letter of its spelling. Example here, al-walad. If I put a dhamma over the dal, know that it's in marfu case. If you have a dhamma over the dal, know that this noun is in marfu case. So even if it is a single dhamma or a tanween dhamma, know that these two nouns are in marfu case. That's how you recognize the nouns in Arabic, in which position they are. So first, before I go much deeper into Arab, first let us know what is Arab. So anybody who is beginning to learn grammar should have a clear idea and what he or she is going into. What is he or she going to learn in Arab? What is Arab? So Arab is basically putting the haraka on the last letter, putting the haraka on the last letter. For example, you have walad. So what is the last letter here? Dal. And you will check the haraka on the last letter. And here the last letter is lam. And you are going to check the haraka of the last letter. And we don't have to look for the other harakas. For example, if you have the Lamat Tarif, as we did in our previous lesson, that Lamat Tarif always comes with a fatha on the Hamzatul Wasl and Lam always carry a sukun. We know this. And then Waw has a fatha, Lam has a fatha. We know this. It is as simple as we learn spellings in English. For example, if a child learns the spelling of an apple, he says apple. That's how the more and more books you read, the more and more you read into grammar and lessons and everything, read sentences, you will catch up with the spellings, with the harakas. These harakas don't change. For example, the haraka of the lam at tarif, the haraka of wow and lam, they don't change. But what changes is the only last letter. The last letter's haraka only changes every time when it changes its position from one place to another. It changes. So in a sentence. So this is what Arab is. by only putting the haraka. And what haraka are you putting on the last letter? Either it can be a fatha or a dhamma or a kasra. The changes will happen only on the last letter of a word. For example, I showed you this. And knowing what haraka should be put here on dal or lam is the knowledge of Arab. These are the knowledge, the rules of grammar that tells you that you should put a dhamma over the dal or the tanween dhamma over the dal. These all come under the knowledge of Arab. So now one may ask, why should I learn Arab? Why? Because if you don't have the knowledge of Arab, if you don't know what to put the haraka on the last letter, for example, you see these, actually this is a nominal sentence, and this I have given an example of a verbal sentence. So before I explain nominal and verbal, let's see why do you have to learn the Arab. Now, as I told you, if you don't know the knowledge of what to put on the last letter of a word, you can never know the position. By reading a sentence, for example, Shariba al-walad al-laban, you will not know who is the doer in this sentence, or what is the action, or what is the object. You will never know until and unless you see the haraka or the sign on top of the last letter. So you have to know what the noun is playing the role. For example, here this is Shariba al-waladu al-labana. That's how I know that the walad dal will have a dhamma and the noon over it will have a fatha. And shariba is a past tense. Now one may ask, how will you recognize that it's a past tense? The more you will read the Arabic books, the more you will go into grammar and read the books in grammar, you will come across a lot of past tense. And I would advise that from now on you have begin the learning the grammar, so you should make note of each and every past tense you come across from here on. So shariba means he drank, this is a past tense, so he drank. So I know this is the past tense and this is the verb. And in Arabic, there are two types of jumla. So I will discuss about jumla ismiyah and feliyah in detail afterwards, but right now I have given the example of jumla feliyah here. So I will just touch slightly on jumla feliyah and ismiyah. So this is the verb. Know that in Arabic, the verb comes first in the Arabic sentence. The file cannot start a sentence in jumla feliyah. I mean, the noun cannot start the jumla feliyah. You will see the verb starting the sentence in jumla feliyah, or in English we say verbal sentence. Why we call it verbal? Because the sentence starts with the verb. And why do we call nominal sentence? Because the sentence starts with a noun. So here I'm dealing with a verbal sentence or jumla feliyah, so verb. And know that just after the verb comes the doer, the action who is doing. So here the action of drinking is done by what? By whom? The walad, means the boy. So I know I have to put a dhamma over the dal, and we will discuss about this marfu case later in this lesson. And then after the doer comes the object, and I know that I have to put a fatha over the noon. And the formula we follow is the verb. Just after the verb you will check for the doer, and just after the doer you will check for the object. So this is the basic structure of a verbal sentence or jumla feliyah, and that's how we know the harakas to put on the last letter of the noun. And one may ask, what about the present tense? Why did I give the haraka before, and why didn't I give the haraka here? Because past tense are fixed. They are called mabni. Mabni in Arabic is written as mim, noon, ba and ya. So it's called mabni. What is the meaning of mabni? Mabni means it is fixed. Its structure is fixed. It will not change its harakas. Whenever it comes, it will remain the same with the structure of shariba is fixed with fatha, kasra, and fatha. So these harakas of the past tense won't change. So that's why past tense are always considered to be mabni. There are other past tense, for example, dhahaba with fatha, fatha, fatha. So these three fathas are not going to change. They are mabni fixed structure. And there are three structures in past tense, but right now I'm not going to do it. All these we will learn in morphology. For right now, just know that the past tense are mabni, not changing fixed structure. So we know we learn the spelling of the or the harak of the past tense as it is. And now just I will touch the jumla ismiya quickly here. Jumla ismiya is known as the nominal sentence, and nominal sentence, in a nominal sentence, as the name suggests, the first word in a nominal sentence is a noun. And when you see a nominal sentence, you will look for a noun, and we have a noun in the first position of the nominal sentence known as mubtada, and I will explain what is mubtada. But in Arabic, the first noun is called the mubtada, and immediately after the mubtada you will look for a predicate. In English we can say a predicate, and Arabic we call it khabar, and mubtada you can say in English as subject and the khabar as predicate. So right now you can compare a little bit of grammar as with the Arabic grammar, but you should know that the Arabic, whole lot of Arabic grammar is cannot be compared with English grammar. It is totally different from English grammar. But for now, just to make you understand, I'm using the word subject and predicate. Otherwise, I would have used the name mubtada and khabar. So this is the basic structure of nominal sentence, that is the subject plus predicate, and it consists of two nouns. So now after this, let's go on and check the PDF. As I have already explained about the eraab here and the three harakas, as we all know in Arabic grammar, there are only three harakas main, that is always seen above the last letter. Here you can read about the Arab and the three harakas. And now this is the most important table in Arabic grammar, and you should remember this table. As you can see here, we have three cases: Marfu, Mansub, and Majroor. And now we will only concentrate on the first case, that is called Marfu case. And regarding Mansub and Majroor, they are in different lessons. In lesson 4, we will do about Mansub, and in lesson 5, we will do about Majroor. So here only we are touching Marfu case, that is the first case, and this case is recognized by Dhamma. The nouns which get the Dhamma is known as, the noun is in Marfu case. It is called as in Marfu case. So you can see in Marfu case we have three positions. Number one of Mubtada, that I was just talking about in Jumla Ismiyah. Then we have another position, that is the second position, that is the Khabar, that was just after the Mubtada. This was called the subject, as you remember, just now I was speaking about it, and this is called the predicate. And the third position in Marfu case is the doer. Doer means the one who is doing the action, known as the file. In English, you can say a doer. So where do you find the file and the the mubtada and khabar and the file? Remember, we there is the subject and predicate is only in Jumla Ismiyah. I'm writing in short. Subject and predicate is found only in Jumla Ismiyah, and file plus maf'ulun bihi is found in jumla feliyah. So that's why I will do jumla ismiyah and feliyah together in this lesson. So in jumla feliyah, you will find the file and the maful bihi. Now you can see the maful bihi or the object falls under which position? Mansoob position. But this is another position we will learn afterwards. But because an object that is in jumla ismiyah falls in this category, I have to touch maful bihi also in this lesson. Otherwise, I would have done this in the next lesson. But as it is found in jumla failure, so I have to do this about the object in this lesson. So you can see, but the main positions that we will learn is about mubtada, khabar, file. So these are the main things we will do, only the marfu case for now. So now, before I start with the Arabs, what is Marfu case? Just a quick revision on an Arabic kalima or an Arabic word. It's divided into ism, fail, and harf. As I have divided, I have explained this in my previous lessons. So just we can have a quick look on the table. Here, the kalima, Arabic kalima, we have ism, verb that is fail, and particle that is harf. So I will go quickly through this just to have a quick revision that in nouns, what do we have? We have everything in nouns in Arabic grammar, that is the names of all humans, the animals, the solid, the plants, makan, that is the place, zaman, that is the time. These two are the adverb of place and time, adverb, and all these are nouns, common nouns. And then sifa, that is also a noun, but comes for describing things. And yes, this is very important. As you can see, the dhamir pronoun, demonstrative pronoun, for example, hada, you must have seen all these words, hada, hadihi, and hada, hazihi, tilka, this and dhalika. All these are ismal ishara. They all come under the category of ism. Why I'm stressing on these points? Because it may create a confusion after when you proceed much further into Arab. You will see that the pronouns, for example, huwa, hiya, uh, anta, or anti, all these pronouns can come at the place of mubtada. So they are, and yes, they are all definite. These are the two main important points about the pronouns. Ismail ishara, ism mausul, like alladhi, alladhina, these are called relative pronouns, or ism mausul in Arabic. You should remember all these Arabic terms from now on. And yes, the 2 points are that Damir, Ismal Ishara, and relative pronouns are all marifa, all definite, and they are in the category of ism. They are considered to be ism, the first point. They are all definite. Definite. Second point, they are under ism. They are all ism. And third point, that they are mabni. Mabni, they are fixed structure. They will not change their harakas. So these are the three main points about these three you should keep in mind. And now let's go quickly and check the Marfu. So this is the main chart that I have made just to make you understand what's going on and what three different cases we are going to study. So right now we will concentrate on the first case, that is the nominative or the marfu case. Then and it is always recognized by a fatha, a dhamma. And here you can see the nominative case is always recognized by a dhamma. Any noun falls under marfu case gets a dhamma. Then the second case is the accusative or the mansoob case, and it is always recognized by a fatha. So from now on, you should remember or memorize nominative marfu case, dhamma case. Accusative mansoob case, fatha case, and genitive majroor case, the kasra case. This is our third case, and it has only two positions in it, and we will discuss this later. In this, we have one, two, three positions here, and in Marfu case we also have three positions. So let me explain about the Marfu, and then I will come to the Mansub and touch it very quickly. So this is our Mansub case. So what is in the Mansub case here right now? So sorry, I'm getting mixed up with Marfu and Mansub. Marfu case, nominative case, as they have given English names as nominative, accusative, genitive, but the meaning does not fit in Arabic since they have given the name, so we will go along with it. So now we see in Marfu we have the Mubtada. And what is Mubtada? The starting noun of the sentence. Actually, this is the Jumla Ismiyah. What sentence we are talking about? About the jumla ismiya, not the feliyah. This is jumla ismiya. And the khabar, or the information, or the predicate. Now first position is of our mubtada. Second position is of khabar. So just after Mubtada, we have the khabar, and then the third position we will learn about the file, and this is in Jumla feliyah. This file position comes in Jumla feliyah. So now we will only concentrate on Jumla Ismiyah that have two parts, that is Mubtada and Khabar. So these two come in Jumla Ismiyah. And in Jumla Ismiyah, you start with a Jumla Ismiyah with the Mubtada, and then immediately after mubtada comes the khabar, and after khabar you can search for a sifa is optional. It may come, it may not come, but it does come. That's why I have given sifa here to so that it doesn't create confusion when later you see sentences with sifa. So it's better to have an understanding that yes, after mubtada khabar, a sifa can also come. So I have given this formula of jumla ismiya, and this is really very helpful for new beginners because it will always help you in understanding the jumla ismiya and forming the jumla ismiya. So here you can see the first part of Jumla Ismiya starts with Mubtada. Now, to understand the word Mubtada, this word has come from the fail Madi, or the past tense Bada'a. Bada'a means he started. And from the past tense, let me tell you, from the past tense only we get all the nouns. For example, we get from the past tense we can make the present tense. From the past tense we make command, we make the maful object, name of the object, we make the name of the doer, we make the name of the verbal nouns, we make everything from the past tense. So this mubtada, the word mubtada comes from the past tense bada'a. Now bada'a means he started, so the thing which starts is mubtada. So as you can see, there is a meme and ta extra, and you can see the original letters from bada'a. For example, ba, da and hamza. Here you can see. So these are all letters coming from the past tense. And from where did the meme and ta came? This we will learn in morphology. But for now, to understand the word mubtada, so you can remember the word mubtada, what does it mean? So it means the starting thing, or here it means the starting noun of a jumla ismiya. Now, as soon as the mubtada has come, you will look for the khabar. So the khabar, or the predicate, gives the information. Now this gives the information about mubtada. And a sifa can come after a khabar. And this sifa either can come for khabar, or this sifa either can come for mubtada. And sifa may change its place. Either it can come after the khabar. If it is coming for the khabar, it will take its place after the khabar. If it comes for mubtada, it will take its place in between mubtada and khabar. So basically what I'm saying here is sifa comes for the noun just after the noun. For example, I want to give a sifa for al walad. Okay, I want to give a sifa for al walad. So I will put the sifa after this noun. So what sifa can I give? I can give that the boy is tall. So I will give al waladu at-tawilu. So here this is my sifa for walad. And then I can give the khabar that al waladu at-tawilu, he is a student, talibun. Now I'm giving the khabar or information about the walad, the boy, the tall boy. So that's how a sifa may change its place. If it is coming for the mubtada, it will come right after the noun that it is describing. And sometimes a sifa may come for khabar, and this I will explain later. But for now, it is just enough to know that sifa may change its place. It does not mean that sifa will always come at the end of a sentence. Doesn't mean that. So now I have given here the important tips to understand Jumla Ismiyah. It doesn't have any verbs. In Jumla Ismiyah, you will not find any verbs. And it consists of only nouns. The mubtada is also noun, predicate is also noun, sifa that comes is also noun. And sometimes adjective may come, sometimes it may not come. So it doesn't mean in Jumla Ismiyah you have to have a sifa. No, sometimes it may, sometimes it may not. If you have your mubtada, if you have your khabar, know that your Jumla Ismiyah is complete. And presence of mubtada khabar makes the Jumla Ismiyah complete. Both mubtada khabar are always in marfu case. Marfu case means it always has a dhamma, as I have given the dhamma on the last letter of mubtada and the tanween dhamma on the khabar. There is another point why there is a tanween on khabar or why there is a single dhamma on mubtada, because mubtada is always marifa. That is our next point here. Mubtada is always marifa. And know that this is very important point, that a jumla ismiya starting with mubtada, and mubtada can never be indefinite, it can never be nakira. It will always be marifa, means it will always be a definite noun, and it will always have lam at-tarif. An Arabic sentence cannot start with a nakira noun. And khabar is always nakira. The predicate is always nakira. It cannot be marifa. So these 2 points are very important in Jumla Ismiya. And the last point that I gave you, Mubtada Khabar, both gets a Dhamma. This is important. And regarding these 2 points, I have just given you a small detail here, that these two are subject to change under some circumstances. Is that there is another type of jumla that I will explain when I do the phrases from the Quran in the PDF lesson. There is another type of jumla, that is the shibh jumla, and it has some different rules. So when it comes, we have different rules for the mubtada, and we have different rules for khabar. For example, a mubtada can come nakira sometimes, but when it comes nakira, we have some different rules to follow. And a khabar sometimes may come marifa, but that time we have to follow some different rules. And those kind of jumla are called shib jumla. So I will not explain in detail, but there are some examples in the PDF lesson, so I will just touch some details on shib jumla. So for now, it's good enough to know that mubtada is always marifa and khabar is always nakira. I have just touched this point just because that you don't get confused when later the shibu jumla comes. So now you should know the two main jumlas in Arabic is the jumla ismiya, and the second one is jumla feliyah. So I hope everything is clear in jumla feliyah, I mean the jumla ismiya in marfu case. And remember, jumla ismiya always falls under marfu case. Only the third position, that is the file position, comes in jumla feliyah. So that's why I'm going to explain about the jumla feliyah here, which is in the mansoob case. Now in mansoob case, I have maful bihi, that is the first case here about the object. The second is about the zarf zaman, adverb of time and place. So I am not going to touch this right now. And the third is, that is not in the PDF lesson, but I have included this. We have the harf tawqeed inna. Tawqeed means emphasis, emphasis, to give emphasis. And whenever you want to give emphasis on a particular sentence, we use the harf tawqid, that is the particle of emphasis, that is the inna. And we have fail kana in our third position, and these all fall under the mansoob case. Mansoob case means the nouns that get fatha, remember that. So I'm just going to do the object here. And where do you find object? Only in jumla feliyah. And now we have our verbal sentence after doing the jumla ismiya. Now we will do the jumla feliyah. And for jumla feliyah, we have the formula of fail. First of all, you should know that a jumla feliyah will start only and only with a verb, that is called fail in Arabic. Then immediately after fail, you will find out about the doer, that is the file. Immediately after the doer, you will look for the object, that is called maf'ul bihi in Arabic. Remember these terms. So now, important points about the jumla failure is the it always starts with a verb, be it past, present, or command. You will always find a tense or a verb in the starting of the sentence of jumla failure. The doer or the file will always be in marfu case. As you can see here, the doer case will always have a dhamma. Now this dhamma tells us this position is marfu case. And what is this position? Just after the fail, just after the verb. And now the object, which is the third in the sentence, will always be in mansoob case. That means this object will always have a fatha on the noun, on the last letter of the noun. And jumla failure is complete with the verb and the doer. Means if you have your fail, if you have your file, that means your jumla failure is complete. Object or maf'ul bihi is optional. It may come, it may not come. As we did in jumla ismiya, sifa may come, may not come. So you need not look on about the object every time when you see a jumla failure. If you have your verb and doer, that means your jumla failure is complete. You will find object only in jumla failure and no other sentences, no other. You will not find object in jumla ismiya. So you will find object in only jumla failure. So this is all about the jumla failure. So now after doing the jumla failure, I will do the Quranic phrases from the lesson, inshallah. Before I do the phrases, let's go through this jumla ismiya and failure, the examples that has been given in the lesson. So it will be easier to understand the phrases given in the lesson. So let's go quickly as I have explained all the points about jumla ismiya and failure. So here you can see it starts with a noun. We have done this, and it has two main parts. We have also done this. The two main parts is mubtada and khabar. I will use this initial every time when we do the eraab. And I have also given about the sifa. Remember the sifa, we should not leave the sifa here. It comes after the khabar, or it may come in between, but we will do that example later. But for now, just know that sifa does come in jumla ismiya. So now you know about the first noun of a sentence and the predicate, and also we will do the examples here. Example number one, the first noun, as you can see, al kitabu. Now, when you come across any sentence in Arabic, first of all, what is your job here? First of all, you should differentiate what kind of sentence is this. Either it is an ismiyah or whether it is an failure. So, what kind of sentence is this? We have a noun here, right? Now, while recognizing a verb and a noun. If a beginner is learning Arabic grammar, he or she might not have an idea what a verb look like or what a noun look like, because he doesn't have so much of vocabulary right now. So easy way to find out whether it is a noun or a verb in Arabic, because the Arabic words are not very familiar for the beginners. So know that the verbs are always of three letter. For example, all the verbs right now in beginning you will come across are all three letter verbs. For example, dhahaba and dhahaba, then kharaja, kharaja, and akhadha. These are all three letter verbs you will see. And about the noun, you will never see a dhamma or a kasra in a verb. Remember, any verb you will not see a dhamma or a kasra in these types of verbs. The past tense verbs, first of all, does not change their harakas. The past tense verb cannot have a dhamma, and a verb can never have a kasra. This is the most important point to differentiate between a verb and a noun. A past tense verb cannot have a dhamma, a past tense verb cannot have a kasra, and they are always three letters. And what about the noun? How will you recognize it's a noun? The first and most important point about the noun, how will you recognize? The noun can always have a lam tarif. The moment you see lam tarif, know that this is a noun. And a verb like dhahaba, kharaja, nakhaza can never have lam tarif. Only a noun can have a lam tarif. So these are very small but most important details I'm giving you right now, so that it won't confuse you later in Arabic grammar. So for now, we are doing jumla ismiya. So definitely we know that it is the first noun of a sentence. So this is our mubtada. You can write down all the important points right now, because these will really help you in understanding Arabic grammar. So this is the mubtada, our first noun. And now we have, just after the mubtada, we will look for the khabar. What is the information coming about the book? Al-Kitab, book. It is the blessed book. Now you can see the translation here. The book is blessed. Why did the come? Because of the lam tarif. That's why it is translated as book. Now you can see the Arabic sentence and the English sentence, how it is flipped. You can see al-kitab here, and in English the book is first written here. Now another trick to understand the mubtada and khabar is, anything after is khabar. Anything after before is mubtada. Remember that. So in English, mubtada is written here from left to right, and in Arabic, it's from right to left. Remember that. So this trick will help you translate the Arabic sentence into English or English sentence into Arabic. So we have our Jumla Ismiya. Now you can understand that Mubtada is under which position. Remember, it is in Marfu position. How do you recognize Marfu? By a Dhamma. And why there is a single Dhamma? Because of the Lam Tarif. So these are all important points. Please, you can make note of it now. And about the Khabar, we know that the Khabar is always Nakira. It cannot be Marifa. So we put a Dhamma over the last letter. And now The most important point here I would like to tell you about the khabar. This is also very important point. Please make a note of it about the khabar. The first point about khabar is it matches with mubtada in gender, and number two, in number. So whenever you make your jumla ismiya, remember your khabar, your predicate should match mubtada in gender. If the mubtada is male, your khabar should also be male. If your mubtada is singular, your khabar should always be singular. So these two things should match with the mubtada and the khabar. So now let's see the second example here. Allahu Rahimun. Now you can see the harakas here clearly. Allahu Rahimun. So now the first noun is Lafzul Jalala. Now in Arabic grammar, whenever now you will be doing lot of arabs and lot of Quranic ayahs, so the name Allah will come every time. So when we do the arab, we say noun Rahimun has a tanween, Mubarakun has a tanween. So you should not take the name of Allah and say Allah has a dhamma, Allah has a kasra, or Allah has a fatha. You should not take the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but you should say Lafzul Jalala. You should refer to it as Lafzul Jalala. So now the first noun or the mubtada Lafzul Jalala is, you can see it has lam at tarif in its name. So it is marifa already and it have a dhamma. This is our mubtada. Just after the mubtada, we will look about for the khabar about the Lafzul Jalala. What is the khabar about the Lafzul Jalala? That Allah is Rahim, He is gracious. So you can see the translation. After the is khabar, and before is the mubtada. So Allah is gracious. Now we will see the third example. Now, as I have already explained that damir, ism al-ishara and all ism mawsul alladhi allati may come in the place of mubtada or the starting noun of a sentence because they are marifa. Here you can see hadha. So do you see any haraka on the long vowel alif? No, because as I told you, they are all mabni. This alif is a long vowel. It cannot carry a haraka. It's totally wrong. It's totally prohibited. Long vowels don't carry haraka. So I cannot put a dhamma here. I cannot. And it will always come as this with this structure. It is mabni. It will not change. So we cannot put a dhamma over it. But we know that it is the starting noun. Why noun? Because all these falls under the category of ism, noun. So we know that the starting noun is a damir or an ism al ishara. It is in the place of mubtada. When mubtada has come, now we will look for the khabar. So what is the information about the mubtada? This is a book. As you can see the translation, and you can see is after is the khabar. Hiya bintun. Now this is the pronoun for a girl. So hiya bintun. This is our mubtada and this is our khabar. Simple. You apply the formula of mubtada plus khabar and plus sifa. So this is the formula you should always keep in mind whenever you want to check the i'rab, the harakas, and you know mubtada and khabar always gets a dhamma. And sifa is the mirror image of the noun that it is describing. So you can see the translation. After is the khabar, before is the mubtada. These are the all important points that I have given you about Jumla Ismiya. And now we will see Jumla feliyah. What is Jumla feliyah here? The first thing is starts with a verb as we discussed. It has two main parts. The fail, I will write the initials and I will always use these initials. And fa'il, F-A. And what is the third one? We will look for object, or I always write maful bihi as MB. So we have this in our Jumla feliyah. the doer and the verb. For example, the first one is ja'a an-nasru. Ja'a, another fail madi, means he came. But here, a nasr is not human, it's just a noun. So one may ask, like, can a noun or an object can come, object means a non-living or a ghair aqil, can come in the place of doer? Yes, it may come. So in this case, it's a noun. Nasr means the victory. So it's not human, it's just a noun. So it may come in the place of a doer. See, it has a dhamma over the last letter, ra. So now it will be translated as it, as we did in our lesson of masculine noun, that huwa and hiya are translated as it for ghair aqil. So the translation will be the victory came. So the first one is our verb. Ja'a is the verb. Immediately after the verb, you will look for the file. And for the recognition point of the file is that you will see the dhamma on the last letter. And now this is the proof that an-nasr is the file. And seeing the ja'a, as I told you, ja'a or the dhahaba or the akhadha, all those past verbs will have fatha or the fatha and the three letters. So this is the recognition point that this is the verb, and moreover it doesn't have lamat tarif, right? So you know that it is the verb. So we have our formula, verb plus file, fail plus file. We have our jumla is jumla feliyah complete. Even though there is no maful bihi here, no object here, our jumla feliyah is complete. What is the translation? Ja'a, the, in English you will write as this: it came, the victory. But the English translation should not be like this. Proper translation is the victory came. In English, the verb comes after, but before the verb comes the doer, the file. So it's just you have to flip the sentence. Then you can have your translation in English. Now, in example, this is example number one, and in example number two, we have yusalli al Muslim. So yusalli here is the verb. Okay, and this is the present tense coming from the past tense salla. Salla means to pray. He prayed. Now here, since the file is a human being, so it is translated as he prays, and the verb is a present tense, that means he prays. And the who, what do we have to search just after the verb? We will search for the doer, and doer is the Muslim. How do we know? The dhamma tells us is the file position. So in English, the Muslim prays. The verb comes after, the first comes the doer. So this is in English, but in Arabic, it's just the opposite. The Muslim prays. So important point here is the verb came before the doer in Arabic sentence. Remember, the verb comes before the doer. And this is not similar like English language. So now we will do some phrases given in the lesson. So here you can see the first phrase, Allahu khaliqun kulli shay'in. So these are extra things. We are not going into these, and I will all you will all only concentrate on this one. Allahu khaliqun. So this is what type of jumla? Now can you recognize what type of jumla is this? The first noun. Look at the first noun. Is it a noun or a verb? How will you recognize the noun and the verb? The lam at-tarif differentiates both of them. There is lam at-tarif here in lafzul jalala, so definitely this is a noun. So as it is, you can recognize it's a noun, but I'm just trying to help you recognize when you go further, there are a lot of new verbs that you won't be able to recognize whether it's a noun or a verb. So that's how you recognize. So this is definitely our jumla ismiya. I will write the short form. Now, what is first noun? It's the mubtada. Okay. Apply the formula. After mubtada, definitely we have a khabar. Don't wait. So this is our mubtada, and the khabar or the predicate is khaliqun. Khaliq means the creator of everything. Second one, al hayatu dunya la'ibun. As I have told you before that first of all, now let me ask, what type of jumla is this? Al hayatu. There is a lam tarif, definitely. This is jumla ismiyah starting with a noun. We have our mubtada. But now, what do we have here? This dunya, ad dunya. What structure can you see in dunya and al haya? Both of them are mirror image. Whenever you find two nouns like a mirror image, know that it's a sifa. Now you can match all the 4 points of sifa. Definite, definite, case, dhamma. Definitely there is a long vowel here, and you know the rule that long vowel don't carry any haraka. So I assume in my mind that there is a dhamma. But I am not allowed to put a dhamma visible on this long vowel. I will only assume in my mind. I will only assume that there is a dhamma here on the long vowel. Then this is the feminine noun with the tamarbhuta. What about this? There is no tamarbhuta. Remember, the nouns which are considered feminine is the particular nouns. Dunya is considered to be feminine in Arabic language, in Arabic. So this is definitely the sifa. Now you can see the sifa is describing the mubtada. So the sifa has come just after the mubtada. And now when we have the sifa, mubtada is there, what will you look for? Even though sifa has come in between, so you will not stop looking for khabar. You will still search for the khabar. After the mubtada, the khabar has to come. So we have our khabar. And what is the recognition point or proof for the khabar? The tanween dammatan. La'ibun means it is a play. The worldly life is a play. So that's how you will recognize the position of each noun in an ayah, in a sentence. Now, what type of sentence is this? The first in the starting is what? Damir huwa. Remember, damir, ismal ishara, and ism mausul or the relative pronouns all fall under the category of ism. This is definitely an ism, and it is starting a sentence. Definitely, we have jumla ismiyah. So we have mubtada. Immediately after mubtada, what will you search for? A khabar. So what is the information about huwa? He is a god, ilahun, ilahun. And what is the recognition point? Tanween dam. This is khabar. So as you can see, huwa the damir. This is also jumla ismiya. Huwa ilahun wahidun. Now, this is our mubtada, starting noun. Then immediately after mubtada comes our khabar, tanween dhamma. What about this? Can you see both of them are mirror image? Yes, this is definitely a sifa. So this is a very good example of mubtada, khabar and sifa. Sifa is coming for the khabar here. Here what was happening? Sifa was coming for mubtada. All right, so these two are really very good examples of sifa. And now we have tilka ummatun. Now tilka is from the demonstrative pronoun. Still it is under the category of noun. So we have our jumla ismiya here. Tilka, that is ummatun. This tells us it is khabar. So we have our mubtada and khabar. That is a nation. Now we have more examples of jumla feliyah. That is only two examples here. You can see the first starting is the fail madi, just like ja'a. Qala means he said. He said, and this is jumla feliyah. Why? Because verb is starting. Qala, we have our verb. Apply the formula. After the verb, we have the fa'il, the doer. And how do we know we have a doer? Dhamma. And one may ask, Ibrahim, actually in Arabic, all names are marifa. So, and this type of name is something uh, having a single haraka. It has another detail, but right now I'm not going into it. Inshallah, in further lessons when it come, I will explain. So, qala Ibrahim, we have our fail and we have our fa'il. Alhamdulillah, our jumla failure is complete. Second, alima Allahu. Alima is another fail madi. So this is definitely jumla failure. Alima means he knew. Who knows? Allah knows. Okay. And as soon as we have our fail, look for the file. So Lafzul Jalala is under the position of file having the proof is Dhamma. Alimat, it's the same name, same fail, meaning he knew. Why does the ta came open ta? Now, this is something you will learn in pronouns when we do the lesson on pronouns, attached pronouns. So, it is not a pronoun, but it is just a sign of femininity. And before I spoke about a lot of signs of femininity like ya or the alif mamduda, ta marbuta, and alif maksura. But this is also one of the signs of femininity. But this does not come with the nouns. The only difference is this open ta sign of femininity does not come with nouns. This only comes with the verbs. And when this come with the verb, it tells you that uh, it is talking about a feminine. And who is the feminine here? First, let us do the formula. This is our fail plus I will, after the fail, I will search for the file. So this is our file. So who is the file here? Nafs. Since there is no tamar bhuta, how will you know that this is feminine? This is the noun from the particular nouns. Those are considered to be feminine. Nafs is also feminine. Now that's why the sign of femininity has come with the verb to show you that there is a feminine doer. So this is just a small detailing why this open ta has come with the verb alima. So this is also a jumla failure. File we have nafs. Now Muhammadun Rasulullahi. Now this is also a jumla Ismiyah. Why? Because we have mubtada, the starting noun, and all Arabic names are marifa. That's why it can start with mubtada. After the mubtada, we will search for what? Khabar. Now here something important, as here there is a new structure in Arabic grammar known as mudaf ilahi. Mudaf ilahi or idafa construction. I call it as idafa construction. Idafa means in Arabic you write as idafa. So this is idafa construction. Idafa comes from the word da'afa, means to add, adding. And what is added here? Hmm? What is added here? There always, this construction always have two nouns. One, the first noun is Rasul, the second noun is Allah, Lafzul Jalala. So, and in Idafa, you have always two nouns. And these two nouns, when they come together, they cannot be separated. They become one word. So when you read these type of structure, you will always consider them as one word. And they always explain the of relation. For example, Rasulullah, he means messenger of Allah. As you can see, the of relation. So you can never separate Rasul or you can never separate the next noun Lafzul Jalala. It is a compound word and it becomes one word cemented as one word. So when doing the eraab, when you do the eraab and this type of structure comes, always see the first noun. Always check the first noun. and you will see in the first noun the haraka. Whatever the haraka is, you will check the haraka of the first noun on the last letter. The first noun on the first noun last letter, you will check the haraka. As here it is a dhamma. Why it is a dhamma? Because it is in the position of khabar. And one may ask, like we were studying that the khabar will always have sorry, the khabar will always have tanween. Why is it a single dhamma here? Because of this structure. And this structure I'm not going into detail. We will do this later in the third case, that is the majroor case, genitive case. So for now, just concentrate on the first noun of this structure. If it has a dhamma, know that it is our khabar. And here I had marked it here, it is tanween here. And let me tell you that a file can have a tanween, a file can be a marifa, so no problem here, a file for the file. And now here you can see another idafa structure. As you can see here, another idafa. What is the idafa? Two nouns coming together explaining the of relation. Deen means religion. Deenillahi means a religion of Allah. So now, as I was speaking before about the shibh jumla, the third kind of sentence in Arabic, now I will explain. Now, this is the something that is a bit different from other two sentences, that is the Ismiyah and the feliyah. These two are different. Why? Because this sentence is starting with a harf jar fi and harf jar min. Now, I'm giving you some important details about Shibhu Jumla. Shibh Jumla is written as like this in Arabic, Shibhu Jumla. So you can see, what does Shibh Jumla means? It means look alike. Shibh means look alike. So what does it look like? The sentence looks like a complete sentence, but it is not complete. It is just a part of a sentence. That means fi dinillahi. Fi dinillahi means you're getting an incomplete answer. In the religion of Allah. What? What is in the religion of Allah? Your sentence, your meaning is not complete. So it looks like a sentence, but it is not a complete sentence. So that's why they are called Shibh Jumla. And what is the recognition point of Shibh Jumla? They always start with a jar. In this case, the example is of jar case. Jar means these are particles, fi, min. This about the particles we will learn in the genitive case or the majroor case, that is in the fifth lesson. So for now, know that this is harf jar, particle, and these sentences will start with the harf jar or adverb. Adverb of place, both place and time. So they will start with these two. Adverb of place and time and harf jar. Whenever you see harf jar or adverb, I mean the zarf. In Arabic, we say zarf, adverb of place and time. Whenever you see these type of sentences starting with the zarf or harf jar, know that it is a shibh jumla. So now you can see after the harf jar, what came? Deenillahi. Right? So this is the idafa construction. We will discuss this later. And now here in min nafsin wahidin, you can see the nafs is having the sifa here. Okay, wahidin is a sifa for nafs, so that's why you can check the mirror image. Both of them are nakira and both of them are feminine, and gender and number all matches, so this is definitely for nafs, sifa for nafs. But in these two cases, these are different. We will deal this in lesson 5 because these are all majroor case sentences. So this is all about the phrases. So now we will do some examples in Marfu case. How do you do the Arab in Arabic? Now you must have an idea about the Arab, how you do it. But now we will do the Arab and write how to write the Arab in Arabic. So there are three cases, as you know, in Marfu case is the Mubtada, Khabar and File. So here the first position they have given is of File. So now we will do the Arab of the sentence. Qala Ibrahimu. So the qala, as you can see the sentence, it has the fail first. So definitely we have our jumla failure. Immediately you know that it is a jumla failure. What formula will you apply? The formula of fail plus file. When you have your fail, immediately you will know that there will be a file over there. So qala Ibrahimu, and you will check for proof the harakat, the dhamma. File will always have a dhamma. This is our proof. So how are you going to explain this? How are you going to explain in Arabic about these two things coming in a sentence? We will see how we will say this. For example, in Arabic, there are certain sentences that you will be using every now and then in Arab. So it is always repeating with the same word. So it will be memorized, inshallah, by the end of this level. But please, you should read this sentence. It is important because I have seen most of the people, they don't give attention to the Arabic sentence. Rather, they follow the English version, but it's not really good if you just look for the English version. Please, every time when you come across the Arabic sentence, you should pay attention on each and every nouns. You should memorize Arabic words more and more from now on. So the first is a verb qala. How will you explain what is qala? You will say it is fi'l madi. You will write in your notebook as fi'l madi. It will be a good practice for Arabic handwriting. Then we have a file. How will you explain that Ibrahim is in the position of file, and that how do you know that it is a file? Because you see the dhamma over it. How will you say it in Arabic? So the first point that you will explain in your Arab, this is your Arab, the explanation of each and every noun and verb coming in a sentence. So for Ibrahim, that is the file position. How will you explain? First point that you will give is fa'ilun. This is your first point. Second point, you will say that it is marfoon, as we know that file falls under the position of marfu. So I have to say fa'ilun marfu'an. And wow is and alama. Alama means sign or haraka. And now you are proving that it is file, it is in marfu position. But how can you say it is marfu? You have to give your proof. So you are saying wa alamatu raf. Now raf word means marfu. This haraka, the dhamma, is making it into raf, that is into marfu position, that is the dhamma. So this is the third point, and you are explaining wa alamatu raf'ihi dhammatu. You are giving your proof that it is marfu because it has the sign, the haraka of raf. Raf means marfu. Raf refers that it is a marfu case. So the haraka dhamma is making this Ibrahim noun into marfu case. So this is actually you are proving your statement. So that's called giving the Arab of each and every noun and verb in Arabic. So this is the first example. The second example is alim Allahu. These are all the examples from the phrases we did just now. So this is alim Allahu. Seeing the sentence first, differentiate what kind of sentence is it. Definitely it's a verb, jumla feliyah. We have a fail. Then immediately after the fail, we have our file, lafzul jalala. What is the proof? The dhamma is the proof. So alima, you will explain as fail madi. Allah, you will say lafzul jalala. Add this every time. Lafzul jalala. Fa'ilun, number 1 point. Marfu'un, second. And what is your proof that it is in marfu case? وعلامة رفعه الضمة. This is your third point, that it has a dhamma. Now you can see the statement fa'ilun marfun wa alamatu rafihi dhammatu is similar to this. So this sentence is repeating every time. Since we are doing jumla failure, that's why file is coming every time, because you find file in jumla failure only. And the sentence is repeating, as here you can see the same sentence here. So it is really nice if you memorize this sentence every time you see these words again and again. So now we will come to the next position, that is the mubtada. And now you remember mubtada and khabar we find only in jumla ismiyah. So now we will do mubtada and khabar together. Here is the example. We have this jumla ismiya. Why? The starting is mubtada. Now, immediately after mubtada, what will we search for? Khabar. What is the proof that this is a khabar? It is tanween haraka, right? Tanween dhamma. And one may ask, what about this tanween? Now, we know that Arabic names are marifa, and even though some names in Arabic may have tanween, but we will consider it to be as marifa. So for this, how are we going to do the eraab? Let's see. So here the first is mubtada. How will you explain in Arabic? Give your proof in Arabic. Mubtada'un. Since this is jumla ismiya, the first noun is mubtada, so we will say mubtada'un marfu'an. Even mubtada is in marfu case, right? And what is your proof that this is in marfu case, this noun is in marfu case? Wa alamatu rafihi dhammatu. It has a dhamma. So this sentence is being repeated. Only what is changed? The mubtada is changed, because now we are doing jumla ismiya, and ismiya we have mubtada and khabar. So that's how you explain in Arabic. Then what about khabar? Okay, there is the similar same example. We have mubtada, this is jumla ismiya, right? And we have our khabar. So now, first of all, let me just clarify this, that right now they have given only one haraka here, one single dhamma. It should have been a tanween. Just because students don't get confused here, it shouldn't look like a sifa. If you give a tanween over the lam, it will look like a sifa for Muhammad. So that's why, to make you understand, they have given you here single haraka just to differentiate between the two. It shouldn't look like a sifa for Muhammad. So they should have taken another example, but let's go with it. Just know that a Rasul is a khabar for Muhammad. So here what is happening for Rasul, how will you explain? We did for Muhammad here. We did the Muhammad eraab here. Now we will do the eraab for Rasul. Rasul is khabar. Khabarun. Now you can see the changes here. We did for Mubtada. The first thing you explained was Mubtada. Now for the Rasul, I'm saying khabarun. It is a khabar. You are saying that it is a khabar. First point. Second point is it is in marfu. We know khabar is also in marfu. Now, how are you proving that it is a marfu? Wa alamatu rafahi dhammatu. This is the third point. So you can see the sentence is almost repeating from marfu and wa alamatu rafahi dhammatu. Only the new thing is that it is a khabar. So you have to give your answer that it is a khabar. And why it is a khabar? Because it has a dhamma over it, is in marfu case. So this is how you explain the i'rab. And now they have just clarified why there is a single haraka. As I told you, they should have taken another example, but you don't have to get confused here. Just take it as a khabar for now. As you all are beginners, so just you don't have to go into that much of detail right now. So now we come to the next example as Allahu Khaliqan. So this is also Jumla Ismiya. The first one is Mubtada, and after that we will look for Khabar. Now you will explain, give the i'rab for Lafzul Jalala. Mubtada'un, number one. Marfu'un, number 2. Wa alamatu rafihi dammatu, number 3. This is how we do the i'rab in marfu case. Khaliqun, number 1. Khabarun marfu'an, and why it is marfu wa alamatu rafihi dammatu, that is the third point. So that's how we do the i'rab of the sentences. Now let's quickly do the exercises here. كيف تكتب هذه الكلمات في العربية القياسية means they have given here in the first table is the Quranic script, means the Uthmanic script. So in standard script, how will you write? So I have done this for you. In standard script, you may write ilahun as this lama alif, or you can also do this or this. Both are correct, ilahun. Since you can see there is a small alif saghira, we don't write in standard Arabic with small alif saghira. We always write with the long vowel alif. Wahidin, in normal Arabic, standard Arabic, you write like this. So I have given all this because this is really very new for you. So you can copy these down. And in question number 2, akmil. Akmil means to complete. And this is the command for male, command for female, because there is a sign of femininity here. Yeah. So hala, you have to give the cases. Since we have done all the cases, marfu, mansub and majroor. But for now, just know that marfu represents the dhamma case, mansub represents the fatha case, and majroor represents the kasra case. So you just have to write where you can see the dhamma, write marfu, where you see the fatha, even though it is a single fatha or a tanween fatha. Where you see the fatha, write mansub. Where you see the kasra, write majroor. So that's how you can write. And I have given the meanings here, inshallah. This will be very easy. I've not done it so that you can do this on your own. It's really easy. And here akmil and akmili is the same. Now here you have to give the gender of the noun. Then is it a singular noun or a plural? Since we are doing on singular nouns, so everything is singular here. Nakira or marifa, is it a definite noun or a nakira noun? You have to put the answers here. And the haraka on the last letter. This is very important because now you have to look for the last letter, the haraka on it. So you have to check the haraka on the last letters, and then you have to write, is it a dhamma or is it a fatha or a kasra? Even though if you have a kasratain, double kasra, you need to write only kasra. You don't have to write tanween kasra or kasratain. Just write fatha, dhamma or kasra. What case is it? Dhamma represents marfu, fatha represents mansub, kasra represents majroor. So that's how you will do the table here. In exercise 4, da. Da means to put. You have to put what? The harakat, the signs on the last letter. Ala means on and akhri harf means the last letter. So now this, I will do this with you, and remember about the important points on khabar, that it goes accordingly with mubtada in number and gender. So now we will do this, inshallah. Al Jannah Aliyah. So seeing the first noun, what do you come across? Lamat Tarif, definitely this is Jumla Ismiyah. So before you put harakas, you have to differentiate between Jumla Ismiyah and feliyah. The moment you know it is Jumla Ismiyah, what formula will you apply? Mubtada plus khabar. So when you know this is mubtada, definitely what is this going to have on ta marbuta on the last letter? Dhamma. And single dhamma. Why? This is marifa. Now after khabar, definitely after mubtada there is a khabar. You know khabar falls under which position, and this is nakira. So what will you put? Tanween dhamma. That's how you know what to put on each noun. So al-jannatu aliyatun. What is the information we are getting about the Jannah? That it is a lofty paradise. Now if you can see the translation, after is the khabar, before is the mubtada. I will write M and I will write KH. Seeing the starting noun, we know that it is jumla ismiyah. So we have mubtada. Right after mubtada, apply your formula khabar. So I know mubtada has a dhamma and khabar also has a dhamma, tanween. What is the information coming about the lafzul jalala? Allah, that He is Alim. Allah is great. So we know how to put the harakas. Both are in marfu case, even mubtada and khabar, both marfu case. This is also jumla ismiya. As-sirat mustaqim. We know it's mubtada and this is khabar. And now you know what to put on the last letter, dhamma. And mustaqimun, tanween dhamma. The khabar is always nakira. This jumla is with the fail. This is also with the fail. So it is jumla failure. This is also jumla failure. What formula are you going to apply? Fail plus file. Fail plus file. Now you know what to put. We will not disturb the fail as it is mabni. The structure never changes. Immediately after the fail or verb, what will you have? The file, the doer. And remember, mubtada, khabar and doer, the file falls under which position? The marfu position. Marfu gets the dhamma. So the single dhamma, why? Because of the marifa. Then fail, we have the fail. Just after the fail, we will look for the file. Here the file is ar-rajulu, the man knew. You can see the translation here. And what will you put on the lam, the last letter? Dhamma, as it is in marfu case. File is always in marfu case. Now we will do the translation, tarjim or tarjimi. This is feminine command, this is male command. Tarjim, tarjimi ila al-arabiyati to Arabic. And wada means and put. And da'i, this is for feminine command. Da and da'i means to put. Put. Harakat, the signs, the three signs. Okay. As I have told you, you have to flip your sentence. So the starting noun is Allah, Lafzul Jalala. This is our mubtada. Said, this is, it's not mubtada, but it's the noun, right? Said, this is our verb. Now you have to start from the right to left in Arabic sentence. Said in Arabic is called qala. Remember? Qala. It has a fixed structure. So when I have my fail, what will you look for? You will look for a file. Obviously, go from the right to left. Our file is the Ism Lafzul Jalala, Allah. Qala Allahu. And we will put a dhamma over it, as I know file position falls under marfu. So that's how you know. Now you can see there is an is. The coming of is tells you we have a jumla ismiya. And when you look the news, remember the marifa one, we have our mubtada. Whatever that comes after is our khabar. So now we will start our Arabic translation from, and you know the formula, mubtada first and then khabar. So I will write about the mubtada and I know it is marifa. What do you call news in Arabic? The khabr. Okay. So it is marifa. So I will write al khabar and now khabar. What letter, what haraka will you put on the ra? What haraka will you put on the raw? Or I will take this color. Since it is a mubtada, I know mubtada is in marfu case, it will get a dhamma. Al-khabaru. Now, what about our khabar here? Khabar is great. What do you call great in Arabic? Great in Arabic is called azim. I will write azim. And what will be the haraka of on meme, since it is the last letter and we have our khabar here? Khabar is always nakira and in marfu. So I will write dhammaten. Al khabaru azimun. Now it may look a bit difficult because of the vocabulary. You might be learning new Arabic words right now, but you should go along whatever is coming. Try to memorize all these new vocabularies as fast as you can. Now we have another sentence here. The tree is big. We have is, I know it is jumla, ismiyah. After is khabar, before it is mubtada. I know the formula, mubtada and khabar. We go from right to left, right? So what is mubtada? The tree. What do you call tree in Arabic? Shajara. So ashajara. So now what will be the haraka on the last letter ta marbuta? Let's finish with the khabar. Mubtada plus khabar is big. Big means kabir. Now, I told you to keep in mind whenever you put a khabar for mubtada, remember it should match mubtada with in gender and in number. So here we have a feminine mubtada. I will put feminine khabar. So big in Arabic is called as kabir. But since our mubtada is feminine, I will give a feminine kabira, kabira. The tamarbuta with the tamarbuta both should match in gender. Now we will put the haraka. So what should be the haraka of mubtada? Mubtada falls under marfu. It will get a dhamma, single dhamma, while marifa. And khabar is always nakira, but it is also in marfu. It will get a tanween dhamma. Okay, so ashajaratu kabiratun. Both matches in gender, both matches in number, singular, singular. Now, the next one is the God is one. So we have is, after is comes the khabar, before is comes the mubtada. We know our formula mubtada plus khabar. What is the mubtada here? The God. So you will write al ilah. So I told you you can write alif lam as al ilahu. Sorry, I put the dhamma right now. Let's do it afterwards. Al ilah plus what is the khabar? One. What do you call one in Arabic? Wahid. Wahid. Since this is a male noun, I will take a male khabar. Now we will put the haraka. So what is the haraka on ilah? It is single dhamma since it is in marfu. Wahidun. That's how you put mubtada and khabar. The next one is, we have is, that means it's jumla ismiyah. So now we have the sky. Sky is called in Arabic as as-sama and it is marifa. So as-sama, this is the spelling of sama, and remember the alif and hamza is the sign of femininity. It is called alif mamduda, and this as-sama is the feminine noun. Remember that. This is really very important in Arabic. Everything is divided into male and female. So whenever you construct a sentence or do any pronouns or ism al-ishara, every time you need to keep in mind about the feminine or the masculine things, and that's how you have to put accordingly the pronouns or the relative pronouns or the demonstrative pronouns. So as-sama is high. We have our khabar here, we have our mubtada here. High means uh, high in Arabic you call ali. So ali, and what do you call ali? How do you write ali in feminine? As aliyah. Ain, lam, ya, and ta marbuta. Aliyah. So what will be the haraka here? Now it's really very clear. As-samau, hamza gets a dhamma, single dhamma, and aliyatun tanween dhamma. That's how you put the harakas. Last of all, not the least, the last exercise is on Arab, and this is what you have to copy whatever the sentences of Arabic sentences you have learned before, we discussed before. You can copy those sentences here for the Arab. Here you can all copy here, and this is really a very good practice of writing Arabic also. So you can do this, and inshallah with the next lesson the answers will be in the next lesson. So first of all, try doing it on your own, and then you can look for the answers, inshallah. So this is the end of the PDF, but I will do some examples on the sifa coming for the mubtada changing its places. Now quickly a quick revision on the table here. I am just repeating so that it doesn't get out of your mind. Marfu case, we have mubtada, khabar and file, the dhamma case, okay, and we are dealing with the marfu case, dhamma case, mubtada, khabar and file. So here I have given all the related examples of the mubtada and khabar, and the sifa coming for the khabar, sometimes sifa coming for the mubtada. Let's see quickly the examples here. We have a complete jumla ismiyah as waladu talibun. You can see the harakas here, single haraka on the mubtada and talib. And now let's do this. A single haraka dhamma on walad, this is mubtada, and we have a khabar, the information about the boy that he is a student. You can see the translation is, whatever coming after is khabar, and before it is mubtada. And then I have given the next as feminine example, al bintu jamilatun. So the khabar will be in feminine, and this is mubtada, but it is feminine. This is a male sentence. This is also male masculine sentence. Ar-rajulu karimun. The khabar is in male. This is mubtada. Now you can see the translation here. Man is generous. Now we will do the examples when sifa comes for khabar. Now whenever sifa comes for khabar, you will see the khabar, you will see the sifa coming just after the khabar. You can see this is mubtada plus khabar plus sifa. So the formula that I taught you was mubtada plus khabar plus sifa. You have to apply this every now and then. This is the formula for jumla ismiyah. Sometimes the sifa may come mubtada plus sifa plus khabar. Still, even though the sifa is in between, the harakas don't change. You will still apply the same rule for the harakas. Okay, now the first one is masculine sentence, al-waladu talibun mushtahidun. So here mushtahidun means hardworking. It is describing the student, what type of student this boy is. So this boy is a hardworking student, as you can see in the translation. The second one is al-bintu. This is feminine. So I've given you one male and one feminine example. Al-bintu mudarrisatun jamilatun. That means this is describing the female teacher. And we have mubtada. So the girl is a beautiful teacher. The girl is a beautiful teacher. This is a male sentence. Ar-rajulu tajirun sadiqun. So this sifa is coming for the khabar, describing the tajir, the trader. And what kind of trader this man is? He is an honest trader. You can see the translation. The man is an honest trader. And now we do this. This is important. Examples of sifa when it comes for mubtada, and it may change its place. So this was the most important thing I wanted to discuss here. As you can see the translation. So let's do this. Examples. First of all, it is the one is masculine. This is feminine, and this is masculine. So al-waladu. Now what comes in between? Al-mushtahidu. Now the sifa is coming for mubtada. See, both of them are marifa. You can check the mirror image. Here also you can check the mirror image. Um, the mirror image is, let me take a different pen. You can see the mirror image of Talib and Mushtahid, Mudarrisatun and Jamilatun. It's a mirror image. Tajirun, Sadiqun. And now you can see the mirror image Al-Waladu, Al-Mushtahidu. Then, sorry, yes. Now we go on to the next example that I really wanted to show you was that is al-bintu mudarrisatun al-jamilatu. There is a tanween here, but it's a typing mistake. Take it as a single dhamma here. Al-bintu mudarrisatun. Now we have mubtada plus khabar and then sifa. Now here what is happening? The sifa is coming after the khabar. But that doesn't mean that this sifa is for the khabar. Why? Because you cannot match. This is totally different, this is totally different, even though they are both feminine. But this is marifa, this is not marifa. What is marifa here? The mubtada is marifa, so this one is matching with bint. Al jamilatu is matching with bint. Bint is a feminine noun by meaning, remember. So al-jamilatu is matching al-bint. So the sifa is for bint, not for mudarrisa, even though al-jamilatu is coming after the khabar. It may change its place, but we have to check the structure. So in Arabic, it may happen. You have to check every time the structure, the gender, the haraka, everything you have to check. So there is another example, ar-rajulu as-sadiqu. So here you can see the sifa and the mubtada coming together. So I gave you one example of sifa when it came after the khabar, but the sifa was for the mubtada. So this is sifa and this is khabar. So these are the examples I had to discuss to just give you an idea about how the sentences come in Arabic. And if you understand the structure, you will not get confused in future, inshallah. So now I have some examples from the Quran to give you some idea how it comes in Quran, like doing. And theoretically grammar is not enough until and unless you go back to Quran and see with your own eyes the structure of jumla, ismiyah and feliyah. So it will give you an idea how in Quran it is. But in Quran you might not get only small sentences with mubtada and khabar. There are long sentences, but we will concentrate on what we have learned right now. So in this ayah we will concentrate on this part only, dhalika qasamun. So you can see dhalika is starting the sentence, it is mubtada, and qasamun is nakira. So this is our khabar. It is a good example of jumla ismiya. And the next one you can see, leaving these two, we will just concentrate on this qalal insan. So we have our fail, we have our file, and you can see the dhamma, it is a marfu case. Here also you can see qala insan. So this is our jumla ismiya. And now we have the third example. I took this purposely, this example, to show you the present tense, yasdurunnasu. So we will just concentrate on this. It's the fail and we have the file. What is the proof that it is the file? The dhamma. And now we have more examples from the Quran. That is ulaika ashabul maymana. I have taken this example as ashabul maymana to show you the structure of idafa. And this is also the structure of jumla ismiya, as this is mubtada plus we will look for the khabar. As I told you, when there is an idafa, what should you look for? The first noun. If the haraka is dhamma, know that it is your khabar, but the structure is idafa. But I will leave this for now. I will discuss idafa structure in the genitive lesson, a majroor lesson. Then I gave you this example for shibh jumla. Remember the shibh jumla, the third kind of jumla. Just an example from the Quran. Fi jannatin aliyatin. And you have sifa here, right? You have a sifa, jannatin aliyatin. You can see it is following in all 4 points, mirror image. And since this sentence is starting with a harf jar, know that it is jumla, shibh jumla, not a complete sentence. Looks like a jumla. Then this is also jumla ismiyah. As you can see, it is mubtada, dhamma, marfu case, and here we have a sifa, mubtada and sifa. We have a sifa for the lafzul jalala, as-samad. You can match, it's a mirror image and having the same haraka. So there may be khabar, but I took this only for, just to show you the sifa for the mubtada. And now we have this jumla ismiya al-akhiratu khayrun wa abqa. So this is the harf atf. I'm not taking this. Just concentrate on al-akhiratu khayrun. So we have our mubtada. How do we know? The marfu case, dhamma. After mubtada, we have our khabar khayrun. So our jumla ismiya is complete. Al-akhiratu khayrun. So these are the examples from the Quran. And the last of all, I took this example just to tell you, so you should not get confused. I took this example of past tense with the scene here. So actually, this is yadhakkaru. Our past tense is yadhakkaru. This means to remember. And when it is added or attached with a scene before it, the scene is attached with the present tense. This is harf mustaqbal. It is known as harf mustaqbal. Mustaqbal means future. Mustaqbal. Harf mustaqbal means the particle of future. Whenever you attach the seen letter with the present tense, it becomes the tense for future. That means in future you will do. You will remember. You will remember. So that is the minute detail that I wanted to give you. And this is not considered to be another type of tense that you have to learn in detail. It's just this only for future tense. And the main tenses in Arabic, we will be learning only past, future and command. But this is just a small detail I give you. Sayadhakkaru, the harf seen is called the harf of mustaqbal. So this is the end of our lesson number 3. Alhamdulillah, and I will be coming with the next video on lesson 4 on mansoob case. Inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.